Good afternoon. I am doing my first YouTube video. We are going to, excuse me children, I have 3 boys. 2 under 1.5. So he likes to help me cook. He's the only one. So we are gonna make something from nothing. I had a Superbowl little party yesterday. I had a veggie tray that I did not, everybody didn't eat. I did a shrimp boil with potato and Portuguese sausage. The shrimps are pretty much done. The flavor's in there, but I'm gonna kind of make it into a thicker, almost soup, but you can put it over rice or pasta. Garlic. So, we're gonna get started, and I'm just gonna show you what it's like and using fresh ingredients and using leftover ingredients to make a simple meal for you and your family when you don't have time to go to the grocery store. Vegetables, I'm gonna roast the vegetables. Simple, olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper. I'm gonna walk you through it. So I'm gonna start out with the garlic. I like to use gloves. Anytime I'm doing onions, garlic, shrimp, seafood, raw meat, I like just to use gloves. I just buy a whole box of them and call it a day. Let's have a toast. Okay. I got 3 little boys. Big necessity while cooking dinner. Trust me. Salute. So, a little bit about me. I'm Sicilian, Italian. Been cooking since I was a kid. Always in the kitchen with my mom. Learning, trying, taste testing. That was my thing. My oldest son used to do that with me, but not so much anymore. So what I'm doing is I'm cracking the garlic and cutting any gnarly pieces off. It is a kind of, you just cut the bad pieces off, and majority of the time it's really good. You can always smell it. If it doesn't smell right, ditch it. Ditch it. You rather not have garlic. I mean, you never really don't want to not have garlic, but you rather have garlic powder or something else to back you up. See, fresh. Instead of having gnarly garlic, obviously. I'm from the Midwest, and even though we only have a couple months of summer, produce is a million times better out there. Produce, cheese, and meats cannot go wrong. Wisconsin is the best for that. So, just do a little chop. We're gonna throw that in the pan. I always kind of start out my party with that. Start out my cooking with garlic, shallots, onions, one or all. Adds just the flavor to the base of whatever it is you're cooking, whether you're cooking meats or you're cooking a soup or you're making sauce. You always want to use a good base like that, and it brings the flavor out more. So just a rough chop, because I love garlic. I think that's a good chop. Is what I have. I have yellow onion, but this onion is very flavorful. And it'll really bring out a nice flavor for the shrimp, because I didn't put any onions in it last night. Just did potatoes and the sausage. So, one more strip. Also, it'll be really tasty if I put it in with the roasted vegetables, but I'm not sure if my kids will go for it. Can always try. You know our kids. They will always recognize when we're trying to sneak something in there. They're very smart. Smarter than me, that's for sure. So, long day, working or not, treat yourself. When you're cooking, my kids are quiet right now because it's early, but if you're cooking, I always put some music on. I'm cooking Italian, I always put some Andrea Bocelli on, or something that'll kind of get me in that mode of cooking for people, cooking for myself, cooking for my kids. Starts with your heart. It absolutely starts with your heart. You have got to put your heart and your soul into your food. I don't care if you're making mac and cheese. Shoot, add a little sprinkle of garlic in there, a little bit of pepper, and there you go. You added a little bit of personality to your meal. Anyway, so I've already taken a portion of the fat from the boil and put it in the pan. Bam, We got the boil over here. Like I said, it is leftovers. So we are going to be utilizing everything that we can. You don't want to waste. I hate waste. I don't like wasting. So heat up that oil a little bit. In the meantime, I do have my vegetables in the sink. Bam, draining. It's all from the mix, except for the celery, of course. Ooh, I can chop up my celery right now while I'm waiting for that grease, butter, yummy garlic mixture to heat up a little bit. I'm chopping off. I've obviously already drained it, or excuse me, washed it and drained it. But I'm just gonna chop up a little bit. I'm not gonna cook it right away because I want that crunch for it, and it adds that fresh flavor at the end. Oh shoot, maybe I'll just throw it in. I don't know. It's my dish. I do what I want with it. Let's do half-half. See how it goes. You don't want it to be too strong of a flavor, so we'll chop those celery sticks down a little bit more. But you do what you want. It's your dish. You know what your family likes. You know, I mean, and this is just, I call it garbage cooking. This is what I got left in my fridge because I'm not going to make a whole brand new meal when I have a full fridge. All right, we're bubbling here. So I am going to put the garlic in, the onions, and half of my celery. Bam. That was beautiful. Look at that. Ooh. We got a nice sizzle going. So usually do it over the flame. Don't need any salt in there because the butter, the seasoning I used yesterday, the shrimp, everything is gonna be extremely salty as it is. So a little cracked black pepper never hurt anybody. You okay, boys? Oh, it smells so good. All right, let's give it a little shake. And I usually make a mess doing that, so don't worry about it. You wake the stove down after, everything will be fine. So that's on a medium-high. Let that get a little transition. I'm going to put it down to a little bit less than medium. Let's do these roasted vegetables. And then my dog. So I get a baking pan. Put some Reynolds wrap in there. Are you messing with my lights? Oh, my middle child. He teaches me the most. Yes, he does. So, I'm going to line the pan. I'm going to line the pan with olive oil. Shake a little bit of garlic in there. Kirkland, I do have to say, please sponsor me because I love your stuff. Costco's my favorite. Doing a little bit of pepper. Now, I use Hawaiian salt. It's consistency of sea salt. I have these over here draining, all these yummy veggies. And it's a lot. So what I will do is eat it for probably a week. Can't get hurt off of veggies. My kids will eat so much. No, it's probably not good to do it for a week, but it's very delicious. It's good for you. Going to put all these beautiful vegetables in here, and there's definitely not enough olive oil, so I'm going to definitely top it off with some olive oil, and ooh, I might add some onion to this because this looks amazing. But like I was saying, salt, garlic powder, and pepper. Simple Simon. It's super amazing. It's delicious. $4.25 for 15-20 minutes. Depending on how much or how little and how much spread out, you know, you just have to keep watching it. Get a little bit of tiny little bit of a roasted color on top. And if I'm roasted color, I mean like a little brown, not brown, but like a light brownish. And the olive oil helps bake it better. Helps it be have a little bit of moisture to it. The salt gives it flavor. The garlic gives it flavor. Pepper will char it a little bit as well as give it flavor. My favorite thing to make, actually. And my kid, who's the most pickiest eater, loves it. Loves it. So I'm gonna do a little bit more olive oil on the top. I'm running out of olive oil. Definitely a Costco trip ahead of me. Yay! I love Costco. Did I say that already? Love Costco again. All right. Make sure it's in there good. Good, good, good. I'm going to do a little bit more salt. That was delicious. And add a little bit more garlic to top it off. And a little bit more pepper. We'll do cracked black pepper this time. It's always copper. I don't know why. I like cracked black pepper on top of everything. But this is to each its own. Like I said, this is my meal. This is what I wanted, but I'm just giving concepts of what works, what's good, what's easy. So 425, I'm going to set the timer now. Nice char going on this baby. And I did add the rest of the celery. I've got this on medium-low. And honestly, the reason why I add that stuff, it doesn't make a humongous difference, but it really does, though, because you're using something that you cooked yesterday and you're hoping for the best, not by just heating it up, but you're actually giving it a boost of life. I measured out about 1.5 cups of rice. I put it in a strainer because it's easier to clean for me. I don't know, it's just what I feel like. I think it's much, much easier to clean. So basically, clean rice, get the starch off of it, get the dirt, whatever's on it. I'm gonna wash it for a minute or so. But I'm just gonna put this mixture over rice. I obviously will peel the shrimp, I'm serving it to my kids, but when you leave the shell on shrimp, when you cook it, that's where all the flavor comes from. People don't like to do that. People like to already buy the peeled shrimp. Each its own, but when you boil it or fry it or saute it with the skins, and you can suck all those juices off. It's so good. It's my favorite. Okay. This bad boy is good to go. I had a bottle of water. I'm gonna put a little bit over 1.5. Usually depends on the rice. Jasmine rice, you wanna add a little bit more. Regular Calrose rice, 1-to-1 ratio. So I do 1.5 cups of rice, I do 1.5 cups of water. It seems to work out for me. Okay, nice big pieces. Bam. And top it off. Get some color in there, even though these peppers are beautiful. We are boiling in here. Don't want to cook it too much because that shrimp is already cooked. And as you know, the more you cook shrimp, the grosser it gets, like soggier and all that. Almost tastes like a soup because I added water to it. And the water made it to like a broth. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of cornstarch. Ooh, those celeries taste so good. I'm not a huge fan of celery. Okay. Here's my other munchkin. We are gonna put this beautiful dish of roasted vegetables in the oven. Ah. Yummy. We have roasted veggies. All right, guys, I know the picture was not the greatest, but I had to feed my kids. Stuff got wild at the house. Thank you for all your support. Please like and subscribe below. Oh, we got a little foot right there. Please be ready for the next video, and thank you in advance for your support and love. Have a great day. Bye.